Hello, everybody. I'm Paul Grew for WeberStateSports.com. Welcome to another edition of Ask the AD with Weber State Athletic Director Jerry Bovee. It is July, Jerry. The summer goes so fast, but it's exciting as well as we're not far away now from the fall sports kicking off.
No, by the end of the month, we'll have student athletes coming back and getting ready to start camp, and it is a fun time. I was in a meeting earlier this morning and said we're at the 1st of July, and it was like, no, we're at the middle of July now. So it just flows. The summers happen so quick and get beyond us, but it's a good time for us to get caught up, get facilities ready. We've done some walkthroughs in the stadium over the last couple of days, and the staff, we're all here getting ready for the fall seasons to start.
You know, some people sometimes ask around athletics, what do you guys do in the summer? There's no games, nothing going on. You probably get asked that as well. So what are some things that go on during the summer months?
Yeah, I've actually been asked if we're on 10-month contracts or if we take the time off. I mean, there's no question that we do get a little time. Some of us get some family time and whatever, but it's still a busy time. We're working on contracts, a lot of game contracts coming in right now, a lot of coaching contracts going through that process with some of our sports. A lot of conference meetings. We'll have our meetings next week. I'm sure you're going to talk about that with football coming up. So it's a time to catch up, to get a lot of the paperwork done, because once we start into games, it's a frenetic pace of moving all the time.
Well, one thing that happened as we look back a little bit, it was a terrific year, obviously, with 4 Big Sky championships, 4 trips to the NCAA tournament as well. And then as we look back the last month or so, men's basketball had some exciting news. Burkott Chapman signed to join Weber State. And then the next day was the NBA draft, and Joel Bollenboy drafted in the NBA.
Yeah, it was fun to have Joel on campus the day after, a couple of days after the draft. And I was down with the Jazz at a different meeting yesterday, and they were talking about his play right now. And, it's really exciting for us to have another NBA draft pick. It never gets old saying that, and we hope that this is building for the future with the kind of players that we're bringing here, that they'll be eligible and relevant in those opportunities.
And Coach Ray also renewed or upped his contract a little bit as well.
Yeah, we did. We didn't make much of a splash there with that, but that came out at some point in the summer that we re-signed Coach Ray, and this is the second go around with him on a longer term contract. We've talked about this before. We really feel like we're at a place with Coach that we know what we're going to get. We know what the system is. We know what the culture is of the program, and we've seen some success that we expect to continue to grow. Now the process for us is to continue to bring the types of players in here that can sustain those types of winning seasons and work for higher seeds in the NCAA tournament so that we can work toward wins in the NCAA tournament. We really want to pattern what we're doing after Gonzaga. Now, obviously, they're in a different situation. They don't have football, and they're in a different conference. But at least how they built their program to grow, we want to grow that way and be winning games in the tournament.
The men's basketball schedule close to being finalized as well, and also some news, exciting news on Jeremy Senglin.
Yeah, Jeremy Singlin's been invited to the Adidas Nations camp. That's our 3rd player in the last 6 years? 6 years with Damian and Joel. That's a great sign for Jeremy. That's a high honor, a high prestige camp to be invited to. It says a lot about where he may shake out next year and what his opportunities will be. And we're excited and supportive of Jeremy and that opportunity. And it's a big deal for our program.
It is. Now as we transition this fall, of course, coming soon, August, soccer starts, football, volleyball, cross country as well, and then not far after that, the rest of them. You mentioned coming up very soon, the Big Sky Conference Football Media Days at Park City. Happens every year. A coach comes up, a player comes up. There's media interviews and so forth. But what else goes on from the AD side?
This year will be a little different, as we'll be introducing a new commissioner of our conference, Andrea Williams. I've had a chance to work with her a little bit in her short tenure now as she's on full-time. Excited about that. She'll have the opportunity to meet the media and kind of put her stamp and her vision on where we go. There's going to be a lot of collaboration moving forward with this conference, and the other athletic directors and the presidents are excited. We're going through some strategic talk right now about where the conference is going to shift and focus going forward. For us as a program, it's an opportunity for Coach Hill and our team to be out there and be talking about football, which will be on us in no time as we open up at Utah State. So we're excited about that. We've got a lot of starters coming back on a team that had a winning season. There's a lot of hope and excitement about the season. Football tickets are on sale now, and we hope that our fans will embrace that. come out and support the program, and we'll have some exciting football at Stewart Stadium this year.
Definitely. Well, again, the seasons start pretty soon. What, a final thought here. As you end a great season, you look forward to the next one. What kind of the excitement that you have personally as you prepare for a new season in all the sports?
Well, so I've had a lot of chatter and a lot of talk as I've gone around town with a lot of our fans about what a great year it was. And it was. I mean, we won 4 championships. We talk about that, but we had other milestones in our program with women's basketball kind of getting things turned around. And you and I were talking earlier about I don't think we finished lower than 5th in most of our sports in the Big Sky play. So being sustainable in all of our sports and building those programs up. We've added facilities this year. So it's been a great year. The pivot and focus now is how do you use that motivation and that momentum to continue to grow and build. You've never really arrived. So moving toward this year, it's about kind of putting that behind, celebrating what it was, but it's time now to get ready to do that again and be even better. So the focus now is going forward and looking at the areas. We're looking at facilities, the next facility moves that we'll be making and the money that we're raising, and we are doing some things again toward that North End project that will be a big addition to the program. It's going to take a lot of fundraising to do that, but we're on our way there. So the excitement of continuing to build, continuing to grow, higher aspirations, that's all part of what we're doing. We spent some time as a staff this summer, as you know, talking about what things can we jettison out that just don't move the needle, and what things do we need to be focused on, and how we use our social media and how we use our website to tell our story, engagement with the media to find a niche. We've got some other exciting things that in the next week or two we'll be announcing that we can't talk about yet, but that'll place Weber State in the right spot in our state, moving our programs forward. So there's a lot of exciting things happening, and we're going to continue to grow and get better.
Okay, some good teases. So we'll have some things to talk about next month.
We will have some things to talk about.
So make sure you follow Weber State on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also check us out at WeberStateSports.com for all the information. Again, the football season and fall sports start here soon as camp begins in early August. For Jerry Bovee, I'm Paul Brewer. Thanks for joining us, and go Wildcats.